Morning to everyone. Myself Suraj Kumar Soni, and today we are going to start a new chapter, P block elements. We have the periodic tables. Okay, so we are now going to start the P block elements. In a 12th class, we have two tables, P block, D block, and F block elements. But in your 11th class, we have the S block element and some part of the P block elements. In this P block elements, we will study about 15 group, 16 group, 17 and 18 group. Okay, because 13 group and 14 group is already mentioned in your class 11th. So in this video we will study about 15 to 18 group. Okay, that is come into the category of P block elements of class 12th. So now we have to start P block elements. First, we have to see what we will do study in the P block elements. First one is index are given. First one is property. 15 group elements, their general physical property and chemical property. In the physical property, we will study about the electronic configuration, atomic size, ionization energy, electronegativity, metallic character, melting points and boiling point, catenation, oxidation state, anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Then we will study about chemical property. Then chemical property, in the chemical property we will study about reaction with hydrogen, reaction with oxygen and reaction with halogen. Okay, this property you will do study in this video. Okay, now first 15 group element, that is called nitrogen family. I think you know P block elements. P block contain 6 group, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It contains 6 group. Okay, 13 group and 14 group is already given in your 11th class P block chapter, but in the 12th class 15 to 18 groups are given. The 15 group is called nitrogen family. The elements are present here: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Symbol is nitrogen N, phosphorus P, arsenic As, antimony Sb and bismuth Bi. These are the symbol. Now first of all we have to study about the electronic configuration. Most important thing, why we call this is called the P block element, because incoming electron enter into the P subcell. That's why we call P block element. Why we call the S block element of S block element? Because incoming electron, or we can say last electron enter into the S orbital, so we say S block element. Okay, in which that the general electronic configuration is NH2 NP126. Okay, general electronic configuration is NH2 NP3. If you want to ask a general electronic configuration of P block is NH2 NP126. That is the general electronic configuration of P block element. But if we are talking about 15 group elements, so the electronic configuration is, for 13 group elements electronic configuration is NH2 NP1. For 14 group elements electronic configuration is NH2 NP2. For 15 group elements electronic configuration is NH2 NP3. So you can see that 13 group NH2 NP1, then NH2 NP2, then NH2 NP3, means the general electronic configuration is NH2 NP3. Okay, now write the electronic configuration of this nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Atomic number is already given. You know that atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Then add the 8. The atomic number of phosphorus is 15. Then add 18. Then 18. Then 32. You can find the atomic number. So nitrogen electronic configuration, I would like to tell you. Nitrogen, what will the electron configuration? NH2, means it is present in the second period. We have the 7 periods and 18 group. It is present in the second periods. So we can write the electronic configuration is that NH2, means you need 2H2, 2P3. Okay, 2H2, 2P3. Then phosphorus. If you are unable to understand the series of the nitrogen family, then you can learn a simple trick is Neha Pooja Aslam Sab Bhikari. Neha, Pooja, Aslam, sab bhikari. This is the simple trick. Now phosphorus 2H2, 3H2, 3H2 because it is present in the third period. 3H2, 3P3. Then nitrogen, phosphorus, then arsenic. Then 2S, 3S, then 4S. 4H2, 4P3. This is general electronic configuration. So we can find it now. So just see it. Okay. Now atomic size. Most important thing you have to study about it. What will the atomic size vary when we go from, how the atomic size vary when we go from top to bottom in the periodic table and left to right in the periodic tables. If you move from top to bottom, number of cell increases, that's why atomic size increases. If you move from left to right, the number of cell not increasing but number of electron increasing, that's why effective nuclear charge means ENC increasing and size decreasing. So we can say that when we move from left to right, atomic size decreases, but when we move from top to bottom, atomic size increases. Now ionization energy. First of all, we should know about it. What is the meaning of ionization energy? What is the meaning of ionization energy? Minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from the outermost shell. That is called ionization energy. Minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from the outermost shell, it is called ionization energy. Okay, 15 group elements, ionization energy depend on the size. If size is smaller, then there is a high attraction force between the electron and nucleus. So removal of the electron is it needs a high amount of energy. So we cannot remove the electron. That's why a small element has the high amount of the energy. So it has a high ionization energy. If we talk about the large element, large size of element has the low attraction force between the nucleus and the outermost cell electron. That's why there is the value of the ionization energy is very low. So we can say that when you move from top to bottom in the nitrogen family, ionization energy decreases because size increases. Okay. Question number point number 4, electronegativity. What is the meaning of electronegativity? Attraction power of electron, bond share of electron, that is called electronegativity. Attraction power of shared pair of electron is called electronegativity. So if the element size is small, then it has the high electronegativity. Okay, if the element size is large, then it has a low electronegativity. So we can say that when you move from top to bottom, size increases, then electronegativity decreases. Both the factor of ionization energy and the electronegativity has the same properties. Size, electronegativity and ionization energy is inversely proportional to the size. Point number 5, metallic character. Metallic character. What is the meaning of metallic character? If any compound lose electron, it shows metallic character. It has the luster, it has the shining, it called the metallic character. So we can easily say that when we move from top to bottom, size increases. That's why elements are easy to remove one electron from the outermost shell. Then we can say that if the size increases, metallic character also increases. If you move from top to bottom, metallic character increases. If you move from left to right, metallic character decreases. Now the next property is melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point, you know the definition of easiest way. The temperature at which the solid substance start to melt is called melting point. A temperature at which the liquid substance start to boil, you can say boiling point. It is a simple definition. It is not a proper definition, but it is a simple definition. How you can explain it? Okay, melting point and boiling point depend on the size of the element, bond strength of the element, and the molecular mass. Molecular mass of the element. If the molecular mass increases, then melting point, boiling point increases. Means melting point or boiling point is directly proportional to the molecular mass, okay, and the bond strength. Bond strength increases, then molecular mass, then melting point, boiling point also increases. So we move from left to right or top to bottom. If you move from top to bottom, molecular mass increasing, so melting point, boiling point also increasing. Now catenation. Catenation is a property of carbon in which in this property carbon form the single bond, double bond, triple bond molecules and long chain carbons, long chain molecules. What is a catenation? There are only nitrogen and phosphorus, two elements that show the catenation property. Point number 8, oxidation state means number of valence electron present in the outermost shell is called oxidation state. Nitrogen family contain the electronic configuration is NH2NP3, means it contain the 3 electron in the outermost shell. Okay, it require so it can it contain the 5 electron in the outermost shell. It require more 3 electron, so that's why it show the -3 oxidation state. It require it can donate 5 electron, so we can say it show the +5 oxidation state. Okay, so look at that. Nitrogen shows +3 oxidation state because nitrogen is do not contain nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth shows +5 oxidation state, but nitrogen shows the +3 oxidation state. Why? It is possible because nitrogen do not have the vacant d orbital. That's why it shows the +3 oxidation state. So its compounds are, the first compound is given nitrogen carbide, means calcium carbide. Okay, pyridine, it is the compound of nitrogen. Okay, please note that nitrogen do not form the compound in +5 oxidation state because it do not contain the vacant d orbital. Okay, now anomalous behavior of nitrogen. If I would like to tell you all the element of first group, 15 group first element nitrogen, 16 group first element is oxygen, 17 group first element is fluorine. The first element of all the group shows the anomalous behavior. Why? Because it is the small in size, it has a high electronegativity, it has a high ionization energy, it do not contain the vacant d orbital, and it form the d pi p pi bond. It cannot form the d pi p pi bond, it only form the p pi bonds. That's why it shows the anomalous behavior of nitrogen or any other elements. Now, chemical property of group number 15. These are the physical property. I think you understand very well what is the physical property of the 15 group elements. Now, chemical property of 15 group elements. Now, chemical property of the 15 group elements. The first property is reaction with hydrogen. Whenever any compound, when any element react with the hydrogen, it forms hydride. So we can say that it shows the +3 and +5 oxidation state, +3 oxidation state. So it shows the hydride is EH3 types. Okay, so just example NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3, BIH3, because it contains the 3. Its oxidation state is 3. So ammonia, phosphine and arsine, antimony, bismuth. In the ammonia is called the ammonia and PH3 is called the phosphine. All these hydrates are called Lewis base because it has the high most of electron. For example, nitrogen has the 5 valence electron in the outermost shell, but 3 electrons are occupied by the hydrogen. It also contains the 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons is extra present to the nitrogen atom. It can donate, so we can say that it is a Lewis base. Lewis acid are those substances which accept the electron, or Lewis base are those substances which donate the electron. So we can say that NH3, PH3, arsenic hydride, antimony hydride and bismuth hydrides are Lewis base. These can be formed by the reacting the metal hydride with the water, that is the nitrogen reacted with the water, it form the metal hydride. Magnesium nitride, magnesium hydroxide, and that is the ammonia. Likewise, for preparing of the phosphine, we take calcium phosphide by the reaction of the water, it gives the calcium hydroxide and phosphine hydride. Okay, now ammonia, we can form the ammonia by the Haber process. In the Haber process, we use the nitrogen and the hydrogen. As a catalyst, we use the iron electrode. The property of the hydrides are, what are the properties? The first property is the bond angle. The bond angle means angle between the nitrogen hydrogen element, nitrogen hydrogen and nitrogen is called the bond angle. So you can say the bond angle. What is the bond angle? The angle between the 3 elements. The angle between the 3 elements, for example NH3, this is the N, H, H and H. This is the angle, it's called the bond angle, H and H. In H and H, the angle is formed between that is called bond angle. So when we go from top to bottom, bond angle decreases because size increases. The size increases, the bond angle decreases. So the ammonia has the highest bond angle because it has a lone pair and so the lone pair bond pair repulsion is high. The reason behind that is why size of the center atom increases, lone pair will push closer to the bond pair. Due to this, bond angle decreases. Now, basic character. We know that it refers to the ability of the molecule to donate its lone pair. If any compound is basic in nature, it donates the electron. The order of the increasing in the basic character, okay, more basic, ammonia is the more basic. When you move from top to bottom, basicity decreases because ammonia contains the lone pair of electron. Due to the large size of the bismuth, the lone pair of density is less closer to the bismuth, therefore tendency to lose electron decreases. That's why basic character decreases. Now stability. What is the stability? Strength of bond between the atoms, between the two elements is high, that is called stability. The stability of the hydride depend upon the comparability of size. The order of the stability of the hydride is, the order is already given. Stability means stability depend on the size of the molecule. If the size is smaller, then stability is high. If size is larger, then stability is low. Due to increase in the size, bond angle increases, due to which bond dissociation energy decreases. Therefore, stability decreases. Stability is also depend upon bond dissociation energy. Now, reducing nature. Reducing means it provide the H. The order of the reducing character of hydride is increases from top to bottom. Out of them, in case of bismuth, the bond strength is low. Therefore, reducing character is lowest. Okay. Now, boiling point. Boiling point depend upon molecular mass. The boiling point depend upon the van der Waals force of attraction, and the van der Waals force increase with increase in size. The order of the boiling point of 15 group is move from top to bottom. Boiling point increases. In case of ammonia and phosphine, ammonia has a higher boiling point than the phosphine because of the hydrogen bond. Why the ammonia has the question is most important question can be come from from that point from in your board exams. This question is maybe why the boiling point of ammonia is greater than phosphine, because ammonia form the hydrogen bond. That's why it has a high boiling point. Now solubility. What is solubility? Solubility decreases when you move from top to bottom. Solubility depend upon formation of H bond. So ammonia can easily form the H bond, so solubility is high. When you move from top to bottom, solubility decreases. Now, reaction with oxygen. Whenever group 15 element react with the oxygen, it form the trioxide or a pentaoxide. Okay, trioxide and the pentaoxide. The most important thing I would like to told you, I forget about it. When you move from top to bottom, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. When you move from top to bottom, okay, inert pair effect is increases. Inert pair effect of increases. That's why the last element shows +3 oxidation state. +3 oxidation state. So bismuth trioxide, BiO3. Okay, bismuth oxide is highly stable than bismuth pentoxide. Bismuth pentoxide because +3 oxidation state is highly stable. Okay, nitrogen form the maximum type of the different oxide range from the +1 to +5. Okay, the oxide of the nitrogens are N2O, that is called laughing gas, nitrous oxide, NO nitrogen monoxide, N2O3 nitrogen trioxide, N2O4 nitrogen tetraoxide, N2O5 nitrogen pentaoxide. Okay, in all the oxide p-pi bonding is possible. P form oxide in oxidation state of +3, +4 and +5. S form the oxide as arsenic oxide and arsenic oxide, arsenic pentaoxides. Okay, now move to next slide. Antimony form the oxide as antimony dioxide and antimony pentoxides. Okay, but bismuth form the oxide of bismuth pentoxide, bismuth trioxide, and bismuth pentoxide. Nature of these oxides. What is the nature? We talk about the nature of the hydride. That's why we are talking about the nature of the oxides. Nitrogen and phosphorus form the acidic oxides. Arsenic and antimony form the amphoteric oxide, and bismuth form the basic oxide. So means we can say basicity of the oxide increases from top to bottom. Nitrogen pentoxide, just look at that. I would like to tell you. nitrogen pentaoxide is and phosphorus pentaoxide is acidic. Now we have to study about the nature of oxides. What is the meaning of nature of oxides? Nitrogen and the phosphorus form the acidic oxides. Oxide of nitrogen and phosphorus are acidic. Oxide of antimony, arsenic and antimony are the amphoteric, and oxide of the bismuth are the basic in nature. Okay, this is the property of the oxide. Now reaction with halogen. We have seen the reaction with hydrogen, reaction with oxygen. Now we will see about the reaction with halogen. The group number 15 elements combine with the halogen to form their respective halides. Original formula is EX3 and EX5 because it shows the EX3 and EX5 because when we move from top to bottom due to inert pair effect, the element shows EX3 plus the oxidation state is more effectively, and nitrogen phosphorus arsenic and nitrogen phosphorus arsenic antimony shows the +5 oxidation state, but the antimony but the bismuth shows the +2 oxidation state. Nitrogen does not form the pentahalide because due to the non-availability of the vacant d orbitals. Okay, the structure of the trihalide is distorted tetrahedral of the hydrogen. Hybridization is sp3. The geometry is given below. This is the structure of nitrogen trichloride, NCl3 nitrogen trichloride. Because nitrogen contains the 5 valence electrons, so the formula is NCl3 and it contains the 1 lone pair of electron. Due to the repulsion between the lone pair and the bond pair, so it form due to the repulsion between the lone pair and the bond pair, so it geometry is distorted, so we can say the geometry is pyramidal. Characteristics of their trihalide. What is the characteristics, what is the property of the halides? So we have the two type of halides, trihalides and the pentahalides. First we have to see the property of trihalide. What is the property? You have to understand the acidic property, basic property, reducing property. That is the, they are the covalent and down the group ionization increases. Okay, trihalide of nitrogens are least stable. Least means very low stable. Nitrogen trifluoride are maximum stable, but nitrogen of trihalide of the nitrogen are least stable. The order of the stability of the nitrogen's halides are, so we know that NF3 is highly stable, then we go from the, in the form of halide, we move from top to bottom. Also we can say that halide of the nitrogen, for example NF3, NCl3, NBr3, Ni3, stability decreases because NF3 is small in size. It has the high attraction force between the valence electron and the nucleus. So we can say NF3 is highly stable, is most stable. Now the reason behind is the incomplete size. Trihalides of the phosphorus, arsenic and antimony are good Lewis base. When we move from top to bottom, basicity increases. Down the group, trihalide of the group 15 stability increases due to inert pair effect. Okay, so we can say that Neha Pooja Aslam Sab Bikari mean bismuth trihalide is highly stable in a BiCl3 is more stable compared to BiCl5. Characteristic of the pentahalides. The general formula is EX5. The hybridization is sp3. The geometry of the pentahalides is trigonal bipyramidal as shown figure. Phosphorus pentahalides, down the group stability of the pentahalide decreases. That's as well as the trihalides due to the. Now characteristics of the pentahalides. The general formula of the pentahalide is EX5. The hybridization of the pentahalide is sp3. The geometry of the pentahalide is trigonal bipyramidal as shown in figure below. Just look at that. This is the axial bond and that is the axial bond. Okay, the upper and lower bond is the axial bond and the other equatorial bond of 3Cl bond is the equatorial bond. Okay, now down the group stability of the pentahalide decreases due to the inert pair effect. All the pentahalides are the Lewis acid. Now please note that some important note is given here. The existence of the pentahalide PCl5 in phosphorus pentachloride is gas, but in the solid state is exist in dimer form. First the dimer form is that PCl4 plus and PCl6 minus. This is the dimer state, PCl4 plus and PCl6 minus. This is the dimer state. Now homework is given. The homework, some important question is given from this chapter. Write is the another name of the 15 group element. Question number first. Question number second is write the electronic configuration of 15 group elements. Question number third, what is the ionization enthalpy? Question number four, write the factor on which the melting point dependent. Okay. Question number five, why nitrogen shows the anomalous behavior? Question number six, explain the basic nature and the reducing characteristics of the hydride. Question number seven, tell the something about the nature of the oxides. Question number eight, explain the characteristics of the pentahalides. Okay, these are the most important questions related to this video. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, and this is the simple questions you have to do in your notebook. Okay, and after completing this chapter we will discuss the so many important questions that is come in your RBC and CBC exams and in your board exams. So you have to solve this question in your notebook. Now bye bye.